Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
Well, I think for LA, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Chris Middleton. Carlton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then there's Kispert, and it's Bagley in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. MP out there with Shake Milton. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. So, Greg, with all-star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A 3 from Leonard, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. Kispert on the wing. Back to Carrington. Pass to Middleton. Back to Carrington. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Well, they just never looked comfortable out there, and part of that is the defense they were facing.
Now, here's MP. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And this Clippers team, GA, hanging their hats on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, a team of veterans who know how to play. Great coaching, and with Ivica Zubac patrolling the paint, it's been a winning recipe.
And LA has possession, following the bucket by the Wizards.
Well, it's early on in this one. Only one basket to speak of. There is time to start working together.
Johnson outside. There's a good screen. And the 3 off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Zubac finds MP. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets had a difficult game. He picked up a handful of points and also helped on the glass, hauling in 3 boards. He just couldn't dial in, ending the night with a really low shooting percentage. Hoping to turn that around tonight, guys.
Well, that's an interesting report indeed, Allie. We thank you. And just not the game he hoped to have, guys.
And I know he felt like he let his team down with that performance, and I'm betting he comes out here tonight with a lot of extra motivation.
Look, he's a pro. I don't think that game is going to weigh on him too much, but I'm certain he'd like to get off to a quick start.
And here's Leonard from 3, and the 3 ball is good. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Pass to Johnson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Milton kicks to Jones. Back to Milton. Outside Leonard. Fires for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Wizards trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Middleton. And the layup falls.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Milton the pass to Boone. On the wing, Jones. Down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he has dictated.
For the Clippers, MP's checked in for Bradley Beal, and it's Shake Milton in for Dunn. Here's Carrington, defended by Milton. Outside, George. Middleton right side. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. And here's George for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
In the forward slots, we'll see Leonard and Collins. Shake Milton is out there with MP. And it's Lopez in its center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Play on the clock. Leonard fires away from outside, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
George finds Coulibaly. And it's Carrington missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And the basket by MP.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Carrington bounce pass. Shot's good by Middleton.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
MP outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Pass to Carrington. George with a screen on Milton. Kispert wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside.
Timeout.
And now just a 5-point Clipper lead. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Brook Lopez. And Jones subbed in for John Collins. The Wizards also changing it up. Marvin Bagley comes in for Keyshawn George. And it's Johnson in for Coulibaly. Leonard looking around. Pass to Milton. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. Milton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Bagley with a screen on Jones. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. Clippers leading by 8. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Bagley kicks to Middleton. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Puts it up from 12. MP grabs the miss. MP's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Leonard. Washington with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Kispert, the pass to Middleton. Bagley in the post. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
No doubt these guys can shoot the lights out, but I've got an idea. Let me stand right in front of the rim. Let's see how many they make in a row.
Adding obstacles to the course. I like it. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got Bagley. Corey Kispert is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Johnson, and it's Carrington in at the point. Leonard on the wing, defended by Kispert. Nifty move. Kawhi, confident inside.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Kevin, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. 6 feet out. Zubac's no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the basket by Johnson.
That wingspan of Johnson helps him score around the rim. It's about 6'10", which is very good for a wing.
And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others, not so much. Look at Oklahoma City. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've hit a bit of a midseason swoon. Still, this is one of the better teams in our league. Plenty to like about it.
Carrington with the ball. Nothing on the board. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the block. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Johnson.
Oh, great job converting through contact. Johnson needs to keep doing this moving forward.
One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in L.A., they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Hilton the pass to Boone. Leonard on the wing. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Leonard's got 16 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there's more in store.
And Brian Keeve wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Dunn, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Washington. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for Kispert. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Middleton dishes to Johnson. Bagley sets a screen for Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He's a real wrecking ball inside. Once Bagley has solid position, you almost have to foul him.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. First one falls for him. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Jones kicks to Milton. Zubac with the screen for Milton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jones finds Dunn. Shoots over Johnson. They get it back. Zubac lays it up and banks it in. Zubac has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Jones against Middleton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over MP, and there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Middleton. 9 points for Johnson.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Dunn passes to Boone. Back to Dunn from deep. The rebound by Carrington. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dunn passes to Jones. And here's MP for 3. Rebound by Johnson. On the wing, Carrington for the tie. And Johnson finishes off inside. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who...
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Lopez. Derek Jones comes in for John Collins. MP's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Shake Milton in for Dunn. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. MP out there with Shake Milton. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Johnson outside. Nice move. Rebounded by Zubac.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Now Milton. MP inside. Johnson's there. Outside Leonard. Now MP to tie it up. Inside. MP gets it. Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
George is checked in for Marvin Bagley. Johnson against MP. Johnson, and he banks the layup in.
Well, this team has a lot of confidence in Johnson, and he has a lot of confidence in himself.
Outside Leonard to take the lead. Johnson rips down the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And now only one away from being in the penalty. Watching this rookie, Trey Johnson, he's got that combination of length and shooting that every coach wants. This team really excited about his future.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch! Here's MP. It's Jones on the wing. Defended by George. No good from three.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Off the glass.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Now MP. Now Leonard. A minute 20 left here in the fourth quarter. Another shot, and he got it. Nice execution on the layup.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
And look at that energy. It shows his conditioning.
Clippers trail by 5. MP outside. On the wing, Milton. He's guarded by Johnson. Now Zubac.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson attacking. Trying again, and he lays that one in.
This is what Coach and Johnson's teammates want to see. The rookie continuing to find shots tonight.
Leonard fires. Cleared away by George. And now we've got the intentional foul. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wizards. It's a 5-point game. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 6. And what's their best move at this point?
There's still a sliver of hope.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
MP. And there's the three.
Well, a lot of young players get caught up in the moment, but not MP. He is as cool as a cucumber.
So it's Washington now. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
can't waste any time here.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
From deep, and down goes the three.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Carrington. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week, Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. As we get to just about the halfway point of our season, it's the perfect time to take a look at the Rookie of the Year race. Let's see which of these rookies have been the biggest boost to their team and gotten out ahead. You look at MP, well, we're in the middle of the season, and he's got to really step up to even get into the Rookie of the Year conversation.
And while he's below some of the other rookies on that list, you can tell he's dialing in and finding his footing.
And you know what that says to me is that he's going to have a very big second half of his rookie season.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi and Collins are the forwards. MP is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And for the Raptors, the perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's quickly in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, these days we're seeing this more in the league. A team doing the Los Angeles tour.
Yeah, but, it's kind of cool, right? I mean, if you're going to come to L.A., you might as well make the most of it. Don't just take on the Lakers or the Clippers. Play them both.
Now here's Quickly. Toronto passing it around. And here's Ingram from the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture. His hands are in a good position, and most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Fires in the triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Barrett. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Zubac. To the wing, right side. Collins finds Zubac. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Offensively, this is where Zubac usually gets his points, from the free throw line down.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, with a window of opportunity opening in the East, the Raptors are trying to make inroads. After acquiring Brandon Ingram last season, he's finally out of the bubble wrap and providing that offensive punch that this team has needed. The goal is clear. Ingram said it himself. They're looking to get back into the playoffs in Toronto.
Love that confidence. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's Ingram. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Sinks the tray.
And the passing of Ingram, I mean, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball the way he does, effortless.
Milton passes to MP. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Now here's MP. Guarded by Barrett. They get it again. Milton for 3. Gets another look. And Zubac with the lay-in. Zubac has got his second basket.
And Zubac is somebody you've got to keep off the glass, because when you don't, he's wreaking havoc on you.
Quickly finds Barrett. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's Milton. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Leonard. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Leonard's got 5 points.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. I think right now he might... He's checked in for Toronto. And then for Los Angeles, Jones, he's checked in for Zubac. MP comes in for Collins. And Milton subbed in for Dunn. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Outside Dick. Pass to Murray Boyles. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 9. They've got Walter, Grady Dick out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Shed in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Three-pointer. Beal knocks down the long J. Beal's got his second basket of the night.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion. Hey, you know, what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Milton passes to Jones. Fires from deep. And it's Milton, that time on the assist by Leonard. Milton's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. You think back to the prime years of Kawhi Leonard, Clark. He was absolutely dominant.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, so few wings could dominate the way Kawhi did when he was healthy and in his prime. I mean, he could score at all 3 levels, especially in that mid-range game. Absolutely lethal. And then defensively, he was a stopper. He would just turn people's water off. In his peak, he was as good as any two-way player we've had in the league.
Rebounded by Murray Boyles.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Dick gets the bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Milton. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Beal outside. Toronto grabs the miss. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season. Outside Dick. Pass to Shed. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. And it's Leonard with the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. MP outside. Beal right side. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Wizards did some very solid work. He ended up with 9 points and helped their cause with 4 rebounds as well. He showed just how reliable he can be when his role on the floor is expanded. Guys, back to you.
That's good stuff, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor. He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Here's Barnes from the top of the key. He buries it. And now an 11-point Toronto lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Jones' shot is good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Raptors lead by 9. Here's Shed. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Barnes. Over Leonard. Nice move inside from Barnes.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Toronto out in front. They lead by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Greetings. First off, some updates for you as we take a look at our all-star voting totals.
Can't tell too much from early numbers, but the all-star picture may be coming into focus a little. I'm definitely not surprised by these names.
Yeah, because it's just a popularity contest right now, and they haven't been playing for long.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, they got a lift from their bench. Those guys came in, got the buckets, and took some pressure off their starters.
They have contributors up and down that roster. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle. Shake Milton out there with MP, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Milton, fires Finds the open look, and it's on target. Milton's got 5 points. Toronto leading by 12. Outside Ingram. Toronto passing it around. And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Quickly. And that's now 6 points for Scotty Barnes. Collins outside. Pass to Leonard. He can't get that one to fall. Pirtle with some nice D. Toronto has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And you've got to give Ivica Zubac a lot of credit for how tough the Clippers have been, Clark.
For sure. I mean, he's a contender for Defensive Player of the Year pretty much year in and year out. He controls the defensive backboard, does a great job on the offensive glass. And his pick-and-roll chemistry with Harden is already terrific and is getting better game by game.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Pass to Leonard. And he gets that one. Leonard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
Barrett finds Quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. He drops it from range. And the Raptors lead by 18.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Collins outside. Pass to Leonard. Some solid defense from Ingram. Toronto leading by 18. Here's Barrett. Now Barnes. Quickly deciding where to go with it. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Sinks that one from the post.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Beal, he's checked in for the Clippers. Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. Number 1, Los Angeles.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
A nice shot by MP.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you guys.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
A skilled Scotty Barnes, definitely. Team's deciding to change it up. Here's Zubac. Pass to Collins. From deep, MP drops in the 3.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Raptors lead by 18. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. And it's Quickly in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Zubac pulls it down. And Milton's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. Here's Collins. Outside Leonard. Barrett with a rebound.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, Pirtle is a guy that plays with a lot of force. I mean, when he's near the basket, the defense better watch out for the dunk.
MP outside. Leonard on the wing, covered by Ingram. Leonard against Ingram. Shot by Leonard, no good.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Outside Ingram. Toronto passing it around. Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. 6 to shoot. And here's Ingram from the arc. Sinks it from distance. Ingram's got 9 points now in the second half.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Collins finds Milton. Los Angeles needs to get off the shot. Here's Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. And that's now 17 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Raptors.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Scotty Barnes.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. Nails it from 3.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Washington Wizards here in Capital One Arena. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Keyshawn George.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the Clippers starting 5. The pair up front, that'll be Collins and Zubac. Shake Milton is out there with MP. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Wizards, they've got Carlton Carrington. Keyshawn George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Gill. And it's Koulibaly in at the 2 guard. NBA basketball in the spotlight, and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also celebrated in our games today and tonight, Greg.
It's great to honor a man who spoke for equality and justice. And in a league that's given voice to many communities working towards that equality.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. A shot by George, wide open. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
And here's Middleton. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Well, silly foul. He realized it when it happened. That's where you'd like to see him show a little bit more discipline.
Now here's Middleton. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. A 3-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Milton. Now here's Leonard. Back to Milton. 3-pointer. Gill with the rebound. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Carrington in the corner. Nice ball movement by Washington. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Lose. Wow, hammering it in.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. So Doris, after finishing last season with the second worst record in the NBA, the Wizards sliding to the number 6 pick in the lottery.
Listen, Kevin, obviously this is not ideal, but I don't consider in a deep draft this to be the worst case scenario. You have to be patient, continue to build the right way, and your player evaluation in the draft is absolutely critical. Well, a big man with considerable range, folks. John Collins has to be respected beyond the arc.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Shot clock at 6. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Zubac. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Count it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Carrington. Gill with a screen on Collins. Another miss by Middleton. Clippers leading by 6. Leonard the pass to Milton. Here's Leonard. Puts up a 3. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Washington making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Bilal Coulibaly. And he's checked in for Washington. Carlton Carrington comes in for Chris Middleton. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Derek Jones comes in for Collins. MP's checked in for Beal. And it's Jake Milton in for Dunn.
Stellar rim protection. Derek Jones Jr. making a difference.
They've got Corey Kispert. Coulibaly is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Johnson, and it's George in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Leonard. The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
MP outside. And Jones has it in the corner. Misses the 3. Wizards trail by 12. So when we talk about value players, Doris, Derek Jones comes to mind.
Oh, Kevin, there is absolutely no doubt he deserves to be in this category. This guy combines great athleticism with an ability to knock down shots because he's worked at it. And defensively, we know he's going to make things tough on his opponent.
Hits it from 3-point range. MP's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Kispert. 11 points last game. And it's Carrington missing. Jones in the post. He's defended by Coulibaly. Here's Milton. Still without a basket. And it's Leonard missing. 1:46 left in the second quarter. Here's Kispert. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Gill is checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for George. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Collins comes in for Derek Jones. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
Middleton outside. Coulibaly with the screen for Middleton. And another miss by Washington.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
The 3 from MP. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards trail by 13. On the wing, Carrington. Pass to Gill. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You take a look at Coulibaly. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
On the wing, Milton. Defended by Carrington. Pass to MP. Leonard on the wing for the three. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Leonard's got 11 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Middleton looking it over. Over Collins. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Clippers lead by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've kept the ball moving. No one's trying to be a hero, and you see the results.
Yeah, they're just not slinging it around. They are passing with a purpose.
And moving things along, let's take a look at some contenders for this year's dunk contest.
The NBA has a lot of great athletes, but if you look up and down this list, you see some of the most athletic guys in the world at any sport.
Yeah, there's a beauty to just watching these guys fly. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Wizards trail by 16. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. In the forward slots, we'll see Leonard and Collins. Shake Milton is out there with MP. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness. And it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Milton kicks to Leonard. Over George, and it's Leonard missing. Doris, it's been fun watching Keyshawn George start his career, and he had quite the journey to get here.
He certainly did, considering he was born in Switzerland. His dad is from Canada, but his dad played pro in Europe. George plays for a club team in France and then goes to the U.S. for college. It's sort of been a meandering and diverse hoops education.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Outside, George fires the three. That doesn't go either for George.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Milton in the corner. Outside Leonard from outside the arc. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Pass to Carrington. Back to Middleton. George with the screen on Collins. Here's Middleton. The Wizards with another miss.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
Leonard dishes to Collins. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Collins has got 9.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Now Coulibaly hasn't made one yet. Middleton can't get it to go.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Back to you.
Merci. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. To end the run, it's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Outside, George. Middleton against Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Middleton. Defense right on him. Another miss by Middleton.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Pass to MP. Misses the jumper.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Clippers leading by 22. Inside, here's Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got 20 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Big group. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Chris Middleton is out there with Gill. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Carrington in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Good.
Nice. A mid-range jumper by Middleton. I didn't know guys were allowed to take that shot anymore.
Outside Collins. Now Leonard from outside. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Leonard on the wing. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Boom. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Coulibaly, bounce pass. Count it!
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Clippers leading by 17. Collins outside. Here's MP. Leonard on the wing, defended by George. And that one's good. Leonard.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
For 3, Middleton. He drills the 3.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
It's an 18-point game. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Gill. Buries the deep ball. And here is Milton. Now Leonard. Puts up the three. Middleton pulls it down. 23 seconds left in the game. Rebounded by Collins. Here's Los Angeles now. The lead is 15. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. So long.
What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And as we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. You look at the Cavaliers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
They're checking out the Clippers. They're staying put, but still towards the top. In a decent spot midway through the schedule, still tons of games left to prove they're a top-tier team.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle. Shake Milton out there with MP, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Chicago, White and Okoro are the wings. Zach Collins out there with Buzelis, and it's Giddey in at the point. And tonight, Stan, we have a matchup featuring two teams with similar systems.
Yeah, look, neither of these teams is ever going to be in a rush. They're very patient offensively, and it's more about player movement and ball movement than it is about pace.
Now here's Giddey. White drives in. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
Well, to me, White is at his best going downhill in attack mode.
Milton passes to MP. Leonard outside. Clock at 6. Good.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
Pass to Buzelis. White for 3. And the three-pointer goes. White's got his second bucket on the night.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
A nice shot by Zubac.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Okoro outside. Back to White. There's a screen. Pass to Okoro from the corner. And Milton pulls it down. Now Los Angeles with it. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year.
And somewhat surprisingly, the club split their 2 meetings last year.
Yeah, these non-conference matchups are a good measuring stick for a team. Taking on less familiar opponents can tell you a lot.
Here's Buzelis, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Outside White. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Coby White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Coby White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Now here's Leonard. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. A nice shot by Zubac.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
White on the wing, covered by MP. Collins. They can't stop the run with that one.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Brian, back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's MP. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. 1:37 left in the opening quarter. Giddey finds Collins. Collins with a screen on MP. And again, no good by Chicago.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Three-pointer is rebounded by Okoro. Bulls trail by 4. Pass to White. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Chicago, Buzelis is checked in for Collins. Okoro comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Jones in for White. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Lopez, he's checked in for Zubac. Jones comes in for John Collins. MP's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Milton subbed in for Dunn. Now here's Milton. No points so far. Leonard looking over the floor. Is rebounded by Okoro.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
So, on the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. MP is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
The Clippers lead by 10. Milton passes to Leonard. MP outside. It's Beal on the wing. Jones sets a screen. The shot. The jumper from the wing off target. Chicago has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. From deep, Giddey. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Leonard outside. Beal from outside. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Beal's got 6 here in the quarter.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
From deep, Giddey. They grab their own miss. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
MP shot is off.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac checked in for Jones. And it's Collins in for Bradley Beal.
Well, what I like about Giddey, he just knows how to play this game. Helps his team in so many ways. Big for this offense's flow.
Now here's MP. Collins with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Shams, thank you. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. They trail by 6. Here's the 3. That one no good. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Back to Leonard. Collins outside. Here's Zubac. Count it. Good. Zubac has got 6.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Giddey passes to White. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 10.
Well, if you give White room to shoot from deep, he will torch you. He's so confident pulling the trigger.
Outside Milton. The 3 is up. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you got to have some real nerve to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Clippers ahead. They're up by 8. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
Yeah, it's a tight group, man. I like how the NBA keeps the roster small. You want to see the best of the best out there.
The All-Star game, everyone wants to be there. Few get chosen for those 2 rosters. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shaq University. Denied.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face, because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
Giddey is the one, with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Here's Milton. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Zubac. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And it's 8 points for Ivica Zubac.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
Giddey with a screen on Collins. Here's Buzelis. Good on the shot. Buzelis has gotten 4 this quarter.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Milton passes to MP. Leonard left side. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Collins. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got his 4th rebound in this one. A 6'8" point guard. Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Now here's Leonard. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Pass to Zubac. Over Giddey. And the shot falls short that time.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. White against Milton. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Now let's take a look at the rookie rankings. As we hit the halfway mark in the regular season, here's who has taken the lead in the Rookie of the Year race. You look at MP. Well, we're in the middle of the season, and he's got to really step up to even get into the Rookie of the Year conversation.
And as the Rookie of the Year race is getting clearer, these young men are standing out as the cream of the freshman crop.
Well, this is an impressive rookie class for sure. You got to be really excited about these guys' futures.
Jones, he's checked in for Giddey. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Beal's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to MP. Beal left side. Collins outside. MP outside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. Pulls it from the corner. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Outside Jones. The kick out to White from deep. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Well, you got to applaud the readiness of Kobe White. His feet were set, his shoulders lined up, just needed the ball.
Now here's MP on the wing. Milton. Beal outside. To stop the drought. He buries it from 3. Beal's got 11 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes. Group getting ready for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Okoro is checked in for Dosunmu, and it's Josh Giddey in for Jones. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Collins, he's checked in for Jones. Leonard comes in for Bogdanovich. MP's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Milton subbed in for Dunn. White, good.
Well, there you see the skill of White, able to float the ball into the basket.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Kawhi and Collins are the forwards. Shake Milton out there with MP. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The triple drops.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now here's Collins. Now White. Here's the teardrop, the motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Well, what I like about Kobe White is his attitude on the court. He's an up-tempo player who never seems to lose energy.
Zubac's high post. Collins there. White with the steal. Here's the break. And there's the lay-in. A great fast break opportunity.
And when Kobe White has a groove going like this, it's trouble. His energy can be infectious out there.
Here's Collins. Leonard outside. Up top, Zubac. Shot clock at 6. 17-footer on the way. Rebounded by Giddey. The Bulls trail by 13. Using the glass to lay it in.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
MP up top. He's guarded by White. Here's Collins. Zubac with it. MP! And the 3 misses.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Okoro. Now White. For 3. Shot's no good. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Now Leonard. Here's MP. He lets it go. Can't get it. Okoro on the wing. Leonard defending. MP. So the Clippers win it. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everybody.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Clippers. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move. And, of course, the Lakers, 8.5 games behind them.
And right now for the Clippers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
From here on out is just about putting in the work, coming to every game ready to compete, and never giving less than your best.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hachimura is the 4 with Ayton playing the 5. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reeves. And it's LeBron in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Shake Milton is out there with MP. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Nothing quite like a rivalry game. We all love them. Richard, how much extra attention do these games get from the players and the coaches?
Our players won't say it to the media, but we know what's at stake. Since the schedule was released, these games have been circled on the calendar by both teams.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Back to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the triple. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Jones slams it in.
And, guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up, and everyone falls in line.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. As you might expect, we talked about the game plan for defending Luka Doncic. Coach stressed that they'll double-team him often, saying, quote, "We want him to feel challenged on every single shot. I don't want him to get exactly what he wants out there." Sounds like Luka should expect hands in his face at all times tonight. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. MP deciding where to go with it. Jones kicks to Milton. Zubac a screen on Doncic. They get it back. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Wasted no time on that one.
Hachimura is a threat from out there. Got to stay connected to him.
Outside Leonard. MP outside. A rebound by the Lakers. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Cleveland, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Checking out the Clippers, they're happy with their ranking. Also, they understand what needs to be done to climb. Plenty of time with half the season remaining.
Now here's Jones. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Can they get it? Leonard, no luck.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
From deep, Reeves. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be. What will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations And not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
Jones kicks to Boone. Pass to Milton. Clock at 6. Over Reeves. The shot's good for Milton.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Lakers.
Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. In the corner, it's James. Reeves outside. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Now here's Leonard. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Lakers leading by 10. Pass to Reeves. Ayton a screen on Leonard. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. So for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. MP comes in for Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Shake Milton in for Chris Dunn. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Lopez is checked in. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Taking a look at the Lakers. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dalton Knecht. Then there's Hayes. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Reeves in at the 2. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bulls was not his usual self. He picked up a few points, and plus, he nabbed a couple boards. He could never get into a rhythm shooting the ball. He'll try to get back on track tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. And you know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, you know, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
And I don't expect him to dwell on the past. If anything, he'll use that performance as motivation for tonight's game.
Pass to Knecht. Here's Hayes. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kleber against Collins. Pass to Milton. Shoots the 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lakers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. McConnell passes to Reeves. Good on the three-point shot. Reeves has got 9.
And this guy is a competitor. I love watching Reeves answer the call like this.
Milton kicks to Lopez. Collins against Kleber. Stolen by Reeves. Pass to Knecht. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kleber finds Reeves. 4 on the shot clock. The shot's good. 11 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Collins. Pass to Leonard. Confident inside.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
To the inside. Here's Hayes. Jam
Have mercy.
Wow. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And Leonard has it in the corner. Shoots over Connect. Kleber with the rebound.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to McConnell. Reeves against MP. Here's Connect. Off target from three-point range. Leonard, full speed ahead. Count it, good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Lakers lead by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
This dunk contest is going to be legit. We've got some athletes, boy.
You're right, man. Some serious high risers in this field. I cannot wait to see what they come up with.
And redirecting now to what we saw in that first half, the Lakers find themselves in quite a battle.
I love how they're running their offense. They look sharp.
Yeah, hitting shots at a high clip. They'll need more of the same to pull away in this one.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. MP out there with Shake Milton. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Reeves the pass to Doncic. LeBron outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. MP kicks to Milton. Back to Jones. Zubac, a screen on Hachimura. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to Doncic. Leonard with the steal. Leonard forces it through inside.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now, here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 6.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Richard, what do you see in what Luka Doncic sees on the floor?
Well, Kevin, I think he's tracking all 5 defensive players and all 4 of his offensive teammates. He always seems to find a way to get players involved.
The Lakers trail. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, what Luka Doncic does with the ball in his hands is never predetermined. He said, quote, "I just see what the defense gives me. It's never the same decision. It's a lot of factors. You've got to look at who's guarding you, if the shot's going in or not. There's a lot to think about and then decide." Back to you.
He keeps them guessing. Allie, we thank you very much. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard looking over the floor. Again, Leonard missing. And for the Lakers, their shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Bradley Beal's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. The Lakers also with a sub. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. Doncic against MP. Pass to Milton. And Beal kicks to Jones. Back to Beal. Over LeBron. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The 3-ball from Doncic.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Pass to Jones. And here is MP. Guarded by Doncic. MP, no good.
Looked like he just rested there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Hachimura laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Laker lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Beal, that's for 2. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And 11 points for Bradley Beal. Here's the Lakers with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Doncic. No good with the triple. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
MP outside. Jones finds Zubac. And here is Beal. Goes up the baseline. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Now just a 4-point Laker lead. Here's Doncic, and it's good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
Here's Milton. No good on the 3. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Lakers ahead. They finish off the 3rd quarter with a 13-4 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass.
Group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for John Collins. Jones comes in for Bogdanovic. MP's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Shake Milton in for Chris Dunn. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Andre Ayton's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Jake LaRavia. James checked in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. So for the Lakers right now, Reeves in its shooting guard. James is the small forward. Hachimura is the 4 with Ayton playing the 5. And it's Doncic in at the point. Now Ayton. Hachimura fires. The 3 goes down.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games. And they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now MP for 3. Zubac in the post. He's covered by Ayton. Yeah, that goes in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Luka Doncic. Oh, Doncic launching that one.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And it's good.
You want to get the ball to MP around the hoop. That was a good job there.
Lakers leading by 12. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that one is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Leonard. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 16-point game. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't...